Greetings and welcome back to Mysteryville. This is the town in which I've been running my Simburbia Story 8-week Minecraft contest. Today I want to show you how I achieved one of my cool little special effects. If you haven't seen it in action, it was in episode 7, which was the week 5 town hall meeting.
Eventually turn them on, I'm guessing. Oh boy! Oh no! No! I'm out! I'm out! It's a twister!
It's a twister! Aren't we supposed to run away from the twister?
Yeah!
Oh no, it damages you.
Yeah.
Hawkmon and I are just standing next to it.
Yeah, it doesn't give you like levitation or anything. Oh, there it is!
Nope.
Does it?
Nope.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh no, the oil rig!
You might get sucked up in the twister if you get too close to it.
Ow! Ow!
Wow, there's a path of devastation.
Oh no, all those iron blocks.
The iron blocks.
Oh no, it's gonna strike oil.
So as you can see, I had a tornado in Minecraft, and it was a lot of fun. So I want to show you very simply how I created this using command blocks. You can do the same in a Minecraft function and put it in any world. I just happened to use command blocks because it was quicker and easier. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate if you haven't seen the video, and all I need to do is basically summon an entity. I'm choosing an armor stand and I'm giving it the custom name Tornado. That's really the important bit. I am spawning it with no gravity so that it can fly and maintain its altitude. I'm making it invulnerable so it doesn't get destroyed by the tornado's explosions, and I'm making it invisible to maintain the illusion, and this is what it looks like. So I think it's super cool looking, and it's functional. It explodes, but you can see the tornado shape, the funnel cloud shape there. Now obviously it's not all the way up to the clouds. I just needed one that was, decent sized for the players. And on mine, I've set the explosions pretty slow. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then what I did during the actual gameplay after I spawned this was a simple execute command positioned as the tornado. So conceivably you could do this with multiple tornadoes in your world, by the way. And I'm just TPing the tornado the direction I want it to go. So in this case, I wanted it to move about 3 blocks to the east, which is towards the town, and freak everybody out as it moved. So I would do this command, and then I'll do it again and again. And I did this in a command instead of automating it because I wanted to have some control over the tornado itself. Have the ability to go in different directions. I just wanted it to be very simple. And I'll show you as you get close to the tornado, you'll actually start to get sucked up into it via the levitate, and then the explosions will, conceivably blow you around and such. Now I'm in creative mode, so maybe it doesn't quite give you the same effect as you're in survival. But what I did was I basically marched the tornado closer, and then when it got into the structure itself, I went ahead and added one more thing, which was another execute positioned as the tornado. And what I did this time was summon TNT, and I said let's put it about 5 blocks above the bottom of the tornado, more or less, something like that I did. And then I did one that was 10 blocks, and then I did one that was 15 blocks, and then I did one that was 20 blocks. And then I moved the tornado a little bit more, and then I did the sequence of explosions again, this time from the top down. And since that left behind some good bits, then I did it again, and then again, and I just kind of played around with this until I was happy with the amount of destruction. Now I could have continued proceeding the tornado, etc. You get the idea. And when I was ready to be done with the tornado, all I had to do was do this simple kill command and watch the clouds dissipate. And just like that, the natural disaster was gone. Now, to demonstrate how this works, I've created a new armor stand called Tornado. This time I've set him not invisible, and I put the name above its head, just so you can kind of see how this works. And I've given myself some extra room in my secret lab here. And you can actually achieve the visual effect using just 3 command blocks, which I'll show you, and 1 for the levitation effect when you get close. And then I added 3 command blocks for the explosion effect, which I'll talk about in a second. So let's start with the basics. So the first command block is extremely simple. I'm executing on the position of an entity named Tornado, and I'm just running the particle effect command, and I'm calling forth the sweep attack, because I think that gives it the rounded tornado-ish look. And I'm spawning this, or centering it about 3 blocks above the tornado's head, in a cubish area about 0.5 in diameter, in radius, and about 2 blocks high around this center point. And I'm spawning 6 of the particle attacks in that area. So let's take a look. As soon as I make this always active, we've got the lower part of the tornado that touches the ground. Simple as that. Now, I liked the way this looks in terms of the density of the sweeps. You can mess around with this. You can make it, you can make it 66. It's going to be a very busy tornado. I liked it looking a little bit more open. You can mess around with the size of the box, etc. This is what I chose. So very simple command, and then I'm forcing everyone to be able to see it even if their particles are setting on low. So now I need to make the next part of the funnel, and this one will be a little bit wider. So instead of 0.5, I've got 1.5 radius. Instead of 6, I'm spawning 25 sweeps, and I'm doing it a little bit higher above the armor stand. So now you can kind of see we're starting to get the funnel shape of the tornado. And Minecraft is randomly putting these sweeps more so thicker in the center and fewer on the outside, as you can see. And then very simply the same thing, my third command block has a wider radius, and I'm putting 55 up a little bit higher. And that's it. So with 3 simple command blocks, you can create a tornado in Minecraft. Now, if you know anything about command blocks, this is a repeating. It fires off every tick, so about 20 per second. So you've got 3 commands going every second in Minecraft, every tick I should say. And you can put these in a function just as easily, but I chose to do it here. And then to get the levitate effect, well, it's pretty much the same concept. Position as the entity of tornado, so that gives it the location. Give anybody within 6 blocks the levitation effect. Very, very simply done. Put that always active. And now when I get close, I will get sucked up into the tornado until I'm 6 blocks above it, and then I'll drop down a little bit. And I'll kind of be stuck at that altitude unless something like TNT blows me away. So that's really all you need. Now, the next thing you can do is actually add your explosions, and let's say I'm going to add them to the base. So in the setup that I have here, I actually have a scoreboard set up called Wealth Pop, which is already running in this world. And every time that scoreboard gets up to 61 ticks, I summon my TNT. So it looks a little something like this. And this counter goes up to 200 and then resets to 0. and every time it hits 60, this goes off. So it's about once every 10 seconds, which is too slow, but I wanted my players to be able to get close enough without being too much in fear of their life. Now, if you don't have a timer going in your world, what it may look like, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to get rid of the if score matches 61, and I'm just going to run it. So this is going to run. So that is a very destructive tornado, as you can see. To me, that's a little too much. That's a little too much tornado in my life. But one every 10 seconds was a little too slow, so I added a second command block that runs every 131 seconds, or sorry, ticks, and one that runs at 171. So what do you end up with? One explosion, and then a gap, and then two explosions in a really quick succession, and then a gap for the next explosion. And that felt pretty good to me, so players can get up in there, try to dodge in and out before the explosions come, they get sucked up into it, etc. That's it. That's my tornado. So there you have it. If you want to wreck your town with natural disasters like tornadoes, such as I've done here, and you want to do it in the style of SimCity or Simburbia, go ahead and try out these kind of commands and let me know if you find any cool particle effects in your worlds. See you next time.